All right, so today we're talking about guitar fret wire, the pros and cons of different material. So we've got the standard nickel silver and stainless steel frets. I'm going to just briefly discuss the pros and cons of each material, why you might prefer one over the other. Basically, I'm going to cover real quick the nickel silver alloy or the stainless steel, why you might want one or the other. So before I jump into this, I just got to say I'm not sponsored. Companies aren't giving me money to make this video or talk about any of these. I'm not sponsored by Ibanez, Bossy Solar, ESP, Fender, anyone. I'm also not like famous or like some incredible shred virtuoso or anything like that. I'm not in some amazing touring band. I'm just some guy on the internet who really likes guitars, as you can see. You know, I do the casual like music online thing. You can check me out on Spotify. You can find my music videos. But yeah, if you're looking for like a super professional opinion, I can't really give that. But if you want more like a casual guitarist kind of opinion, I can offer that. So like I mentioned, we'll be talking about the feel, like the playing feel and the benefits of each fret material. I will not be reviewing the guitars or like the fretboard woods or anything like that. Although I do have reviews of these guitars on my channel, so check it out if you want. Okay, so first let's talk about the nickel silver frets. Now, nickel silver is an alloy that is called nickel silver because it's made of nickel and bronze. Go figure. This is my cat. So it doesn't contain any silver at all. So why is it used? Well, it's been the standard for a while. It's hard but not too hard. It's soft but not too soft. It doesn't break the tools used to refret, to do any fret maintenance. And so a lot of guitarists have gotten used to the feel. They prefer the feel. It offers like a slight resistance to your playing, just a little bit. It's not like sticky or anything. If you've picked up a guitar like ever and played on it, you've probably felt the nickel silver frets. So it's not too slippery. You can polish it, make it smooth, but it's not too smooth. The nickel silver alloy will wear down over time. And so you start to get like divots in the frets. And some people may prefer that. Maybe they've gotten used to just the little divots there. Of course, over time, these do get worn down a lot and you have to refret the guitar. But because it's a nice workable material, it's not going to be too expensive to do. All right, so now let's talk about the stainless steel. Why would you want stainless steel frets? Well, unlike the nickel silver alloy, they're going to be like really tough and really smooth. They're going to wear down far less quickly. There she goes. So durability really is the name of the game, and that's the pro and the con, because while it's going to resist being worn down by your playing on the strings, it's also going to resist being worked on. It's going to wear down the tools. You might even need stronger or better tools to work with stainless steel frets. So getting them replaced eventually is going to cost more, but that eventually is going to take far longer to get to. And like I mentioned, it is smoother. So if you like less resistance to your playing from the frets, if you like smoother bends, the stainless steel is going to be right for you. To draw a brief comparison and summary of what we just talked about, the stainless steel is going to be far more durable and it will feel smoother. The nickel silver will have that classic feel and isn't going to break your tools. There are some rumors that the stainless steel frets will wear out your strings faster, especially if the strings aren't made of steel. And so I haven't noticed that in my playing, not really too much. But it does stand to reason that if the frets are harder than the strings, then they'll wear down the strings faster, I guess. Just something to think about. So you may be asking, have I noticed a difference in tone when playing with stainless steel frets versus the nickel silver fret? Honestly, there's too many factors between each guitar for me to tell. Even if I had two of the same guitar, just with different fret material, you know, there'd be different wiring, slight differences in the manufacturing of the potentiometers, you know, tolerances and resistances can change how an electric circuit, you know, the frequency response a little bit, minor differences in wood materials, build quality that day. Even variances in different copies of the same model of pickup can change the tone a little bit. So many differences. It's just been impossible for me to tell. The follow-up question is, would the audience, the people we're playing the music for, care about any differences in tone or like what frets you're using? No, I don't think so. The only people who are going to care about your fretboard material are maybe guitarists who are trying to find anything to judge you about anyway. You know, there's always some people who are going to irrationally judge you on what you're using because maybe it's different than what they prefer. But these are just tools for the trade, you know, whether you like the nickel silver or the stainless steel, whether you like white or red or whatever guitars, active, passive pickups. We're all trying to make music. And so whatever makes your job easier and more enjoyable, that's what you should go for. That's going to be my recommendation. Pick what you prefer. I personally prefer a more smooth feel, and the peace of mind of the durability has been pretty nice so far. So personally, I prefer stainless steel frets, but I can see the merits of like the classic feel of the nickel silver. And honestly, after playing for like a minute or two, I get pretty used to the fret material and don't even notice it anymore. I'm more focused on what I'm trying to play. And like I mentioned earlier, you can mirror polish the nickel silver frets. You can have rough stainless steel frets if they're not like polished appropriately. There are lower quality grades of steel out there, of course. Things like strings being too close to the edge of the fretboard are going to matter way more than the fret material, in my opinion. And finally, you can kind of compensate for the fret material if you want a different feel by picking a guitar with like different fretboard wood, for example. So like on the Pia, we've got the stainless steel frets in combination with rosewood. So you get the feel of rosewood with the smoothness of the steel. Whereas on the J Custom, we've got the ebony, it's like Macassar, how do you pronounce it? Ebony, with the nickel silver frets. And so then you've got the smoothness of ebony with the super slight classic resistance of the nickel silver frets. Of course, fretboard material is a discussion for another video. So there we go, just a quick summary on these fret wire materials. These are just my experiences and impressions after playing these guitars, using them to make music. So did I leave anything out? Were there things you liked, things you disliked? Maybe you want to share your experiences too? Go ahead, leave a comment down below. You know this is YouTube. I'm sorry, I have to say the YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, print out every frame and mail it. And as always, peace. Maybe they've gotten